Hello there. My name is Jason Perkins. Welcome to another episode in my Georgia Workers' Compensation video series. I'm an attorney who specializes in handling Georgia workers' compensation cases. I created this series of videos because I wanted to provide people who've been hurt at work with helpful information about Georgia's workers' compensation law and the benefits they can receive under that law. Today, I want to talk to you about the interaction between two different types of benefits, and specifically address the question: does Social Security affect your workers' compensation benefits? First, we need to talk about that there's two basic types of Social Security benefits. One of them is a Social Security retirement benefit, and the other is a Social Security disability benefit. And a Social Security retirement benefit is something you receive based on your age. You have to be a certain age in order to start receiving that benefit. Maybe as early as age 62, which is early retirement, or older for a more regular retirement age. Social Security disability is a benefit that you can receive not based on age, but based on your ability to work. If you become disabled as a result of certain medical conditions, you may be entitled to receive Social Security disability benefits, even though you haven't yet reached Social Security retirement age. Now, for purposes of workers' compensation, Social Security disability can affect workers' compensation in a way. We're going to talk about that first. The way that Social Security disability affects workers' compensation doesn't really affect workers' compensation benefits that you receive, but workers' compensation affects the Social Security disability benefits that you receive. There's a concept known as the Social Security offset. And basically what that means is between what you receive from Social Security disability and other disability sources, including workers' compensation, you can't exceed a certain amount of your current earnings. And if you do, your Social Security disability benefit gets reduced because of that. That's what's called the Social Security offset. So you should still receive your full workers' compensation benefit, but the Social Security disability check that you receive wouldn't be as high in this situation if you were offset. And that's important to know that Social Security disability is not always offset. In other words, if your income is high enough, the Social Security calculates it, but your income from before you were injured is high enough, then your Social Security disability benefits may not be offset. Also, even if they are offset, there's sometimes some things you can do to make that offset go away. If you settle your case in certain languages put in the settlement, sometimes that offset will get reduced or may go away completely. One other thing to consider about how Social Security can affect workers' compensation is really a side benefit that's associated with Social Security, and that's Medicare. If you get Social Security disability or reach Social Security retirement age, you may receive Medicare. And why you have to know about that is that Medicare can interact with workers' compensation in a couple of different ways. One is that sometimes Medicare is government subsidized health insurance. And sometimes if you have Medicare, it might end up paying a medical treatment bill that workers' compensation should pay. So it's called a conditional payment. And if that happens, Medicare is going to want to be paid back by workers' compensation. So you need to be aware of that. If Medicare pays your bill that should have been workers' compensation, you need to make sure those conditional payments are taken care of properly. The other thing that you need to consider is that if you settle your workers' compensation case in your own Medicare, or you may be on Medicare soon, you have to consider Medicare's interest in settlement. That can be done through a Medicare set-aside account or other ways. And it's a very complicated process, but you need to be aware of that. If you're actually on Medicare when you settle your case, or you filed for Social Security disability, or are soon going to be turning 65, you definitely need to consider Medicare's interest in settling your workers' compensation case. Hope you found this information about how Social Security affects workers' compensation helpful. If you have, please let me know that. One of the best ways you can do that is by liking this video or giving it a thumbs up. If you've got more questions about Social Security or workers' compensation, anything to do with your workers' compensation case, one of the best ways to get those questions answered is to set up a free consultation about your case. I'd be happy to set up a free consultation with you. There's two easy ways that you can do that. The first is by calling the phone number at the bottom of the screen, or the other is by reaching out to us to our website, which is www.perkinslawtalk.com. You can click on and submit the free consultation request form, and a member of our workers' compensation team will contact you. I'd like to thank you again for watching this video today. I want to wish you the best of luck as you recover from your injuries.